Every second in the UK, Greggs sells more than 3 sausage rolls. And every week, more than 6 million customers visit the bakery chain, making it one of the biggest food chains in the UK, even outselling Starbucks and McDonald's in certain locations. With over 8% share of food-to-go visits, 19% share of food-to-go breakfast visits, and 24% share of the branded coffee shop market in the UK, Greggs is clearly a dominant player in the UK's quick food market. Yet Greggs wasn't always a success. In fact, in the early 2000s, it was on the verge of becoming irrelevant, struggling against rising coffee chains like Costa and Pret. So how did Greggs go from a local bakery in Newcastle to a £2 billion empire? Let's break it down. Britain is a nation of snackers. The UK bakery market alone is worth over £5 billion, and the grab-and-go industry is growing faster than ever. Convenience is king, and Greggs has capitalized on this shift. But Greggs isn't alone. It competes with Pret, known for its fresh, premium ingredients, Costa Coffee, which offers a sit-down cafe experience with handcrafted drinks, and of course, the global giant Starbucks, which brings American-style coffee culture to the UK. So how did Greggs, a bakery that started in Newcastle, outgrow these giants and become the UK's ultimate quick food destination? The story of Greggs begins in 1939, when John Gregg started delivering fresh eggs and yeast to families in Newcastle by bicycle. At first, it was just a delivery service, but by the 1950s, he opened his first bakery. Back then, fresh bread was a daily staple, and Greggs quickly became a trusted name in the north of England. Fast forward to the 1970s and 80s, and Greggs was expanding across the north of England. But it wasn't until the 1990s that they truly became a national chain, opening stores across London and the south. By the early 2000s, Greggs was facing an identity crisis. Competitors like Costa and Starbucks were dominating, and Pret was appealing to professionals. Greggs, on the other hand, was seen as a cheap, outdated bakery, struggling to modernize. Many predicted that Greggs wouldn't survive in an era where people wanted fancy flat whites and organic sourdough. Still, Greggs ultimately went from a regional bakery to a nationwide powerhouse. But what made it different? Greggs' turnaround came down to 3 key strategies: pricing, speed, and store expansion. While a Starbucks latte costs nearly £4, a Greggs coffee is under £2. And for £3.50, you can get a full meal, something competitors simply can't match. Greggs adopted a grab-and-go model, preparing food in advance rather than making it to order. This meant customers could be served in under 60 seconds, unlike Starbucks or Costa, where you wait several minutes for an order. Greggs didn't just open in high streets. It targeted train stations, airports, hospitals, and even industrial parks. It went where people needed quick, no-fuss food. In 2019, Greggs launched a vegan sausage roll. And let's be clear, people weren't happy. Piers Morgan famously tweeted, "Nobody was waiting for a vegan bloody sausage roll, you PC-ravaged clowns." But here's the irony. The controversy made people want it more. Greggs eventually made over £1 billion that year and gave all 25,000 of its workers a £300 bonus, proving that fast food can be affordable and trendy. Of course, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Greggs has faced some serious challenges. When high streets shut down at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, Greggs incurred significant losses. With ingredient prices soaring due to inflation and during a cost-of-living crisis, Greggs has had to raise prices while keeping food affordable. In some city centers, Greggs queues are so long that service times have slowed down. Greggs has also faced criticism for being unhealthy. Public health officials claim its menu contributes to rising obesity rates. So, what's next for Greg's? Greg's is rolling out drive-through locations to compete with quick food chains like McDonald's. You can now buy frozen Greg's sausage rolls at supermarkets like Tesco and Iceland. Greg's is adding more vegan, high protein, and low calorie items on its menu to keep up with demand for healthier options. So, what do you think? Can Greg's keep growing, or will competitors like McDonald's and Pret catch up? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, do hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this.